Solo Sikoa, the newest Oos. The newest Oos, right? The newest Oos in the Bloodline, the youngest brother. He was on Rosenberg Radio. Had a good little sit-down interview with Peter, about a half hour. Talked about growing up in the household with his daddy Rikishi, Uncle Yokozuna and Umaga, his brothers, the Usos, and of course his cousin Roman Reigns, and what it's like working with them in the Bloodline. He said he's only really been in the business for 3 years, like from trained out the door, 3 years. And he is on the main roster now, working in the main event storylines. Ridiculous. He still seems very camera shy, though. Like, he's not, he's same thing with Braun Breaker, I've noticed with his interviews. Like, they just seem a little shy, a little cold. They're not as charismatic. And I think it's just because they're new and they're not used to being a personality yet or being out there and being so, out there, I guess. It's just, he just seemed a little bit closed off. Seemed like Peter had to work a little bit more to get a good interview out of him. But there were some good little tidbits in this interview, including the fact that Solo has not even seen his cousin Roman in 10 years. Check out this clip.
So, yeah, how close were you guys as kids?
Man, seeing Roman at Cardiff, I haven't seen him for like over 20 years. But I haven't, we really weren't close, but he was always around at our house playing with my brothers, because they were the same age and I was way, way younger than them. But he was always around our house. But I think now coming into the business, I'm starting to get close with him. Even though the age gap is there, I'm really starting to get close with him, man, because it's Big Goose Roman Reigns, you know what I'm saying? He's been running this game for a while now. And so, I'm starting to form that relationship with him.
This family's bloodline is fucking unreal. It's unmatched. There is no wrestling family. I don't care if it's the Harts. I don't care if it's Paige's fucking family. I don't care if it's the Von Erichs. It doesn't matter who it is. The Andersons, all the made up Andersons, all of them. The Dudleys even. You combine all the all of the wrestling families. Excuse me, I'm getting over a cold here. You add all of them up and none of them compared to the dynasty of the Samoan dynasty. This shit is unreal. And it's not just like, oh, hey, we're in the business, so we'll get you a job. You know what I mean? You suck. You don't deserve it. You wouldn't have earned it on your own, and it's nepotism. That is not the case. Every single one of these guys are just beasts, all in their own way. Now, Solo Sikoa needs a little bit more developing, in my opinion. You know what I mean? But there's Jacob Fatu. He's out there too. He's killing it. He doesn't suck. He's a huge name out there on the indies right now. You got Yokozuna. You got Umaga. You got The Rock. So many talents. The Head Shrinkers. The original, the Wild Samoans. All of these great Samoan characters coming out of this dynasty, all the way up to Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn even. Come on. It's unreal. For real, though. This bloodline is sick. It's fucking sick. I think we need to see The Rock and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, and it'll be fun. Can you imagine a guy like Solo Sikoa getting like a spot at WrestleMania where like Roman's down and the Usos hit the ring and they get fucking slapped by The Rock? Each of them take a bump and then powder out, and then Solo gets in the ring, and there's just that moment at a WrestleMania where he's staring down The Rock, and then he gets bumped out of the ring as well. It could happen. We already had fucking Eric Rowan had a match at WrestleMania with The Rock, so you can't tell me. What a moment that would be for a young Solo Sikoa. In my opinion, he's got a long ways to go, though. He ain't there yet, but I'm fine with him being brought up to the main roster because he fits the storyline, right? The bloodline's a thing. and he fits right in with the Bloodline. Why would you not have him in the Bloodline? But, if he can develop just being around them and working in that faction, great. If he can't, then when the Bloodline runs its course at some point, he might have to go back to NXT for a little bit. But I'm excited to see what he's got to bring. I mean, if the family is any indication, he's got a big future in the WWE if he wants it. Hey, thanks for checking out that clip. Don't forget to check out other clips here on the channel. And while you're there, throw a like, throw a subscribe. And don't forget to check out full episodes each and every Sunday of the Pro Wrestling Podcast.